check this out. Look, it's wireless. No USB cable plugged in. This is wireless. How's it going? This is the DM40 USB and wireless condenser microphone from Maono, who sent me this for free to check out so you can stop wasting your time watching unboxing videos. This is the raw sound quality out of the box with no post-processing whatsoever. And this is the sound quality outdoors. Why would you do this? I don't know, but you can, so I am handling noise. Let's start off with all of the built-in proprietary features on the mic itself. On the bottom of the mic, you have a headphone jack for live monitoring. Very nice. Has 0 latency. There's an on-off switch for the headphone jack. You got an on button, which doubles as a control for the RGB lighting. You can cycle through a bunch of different colors, or you can turn it on and off. Then you've got that wired USB output. On the mic body, you have a gain control wheel. Press the wheel down to toggle between monitor volume and output volume. Green light is the microphone gain, and blue light is your headphone volume. It comes built in to a shock mount and a pop filter. Here's how the pop filter handles plosives, H, F, H, F, P, B, and that's from pretty close to the mic. Here's what it sounds like if I am behind the mic. Here's what it sounds like when I'm to the side of the mic. It does a pretty decent job of rejecting surrounding sound. And then finally we have the button to toggle between the different levels of built-in noise reduction. Now I've turned on every fan in my house plus the air conditioning, so let's see. Here's the raw sound with a bunch of fans going. On the top of the mic, you do get a noise suppression toggle. So here is the first level of noise suppression. Immediately makes a pretty big difference right out of the gate. Here's the second level. Again, that's a very big difference. This is the moderate noise cancellation. This is good. This is pretty good. There we go. This is the strongest level of built-in noise cancellation on the mic. I haven't changed anything. The AC is still going. I've got fans running. This is pretty good. This is very, very usable. Very rarely do I ever compliment built-in noise reduction on a microphone, but this is a very good implementation of proprietary noise cancellation on a USB mic like this. This is probably the best I've seen so far. And this is the raw sound quality in wireless mode. I'm recording to a laptop across the room. I would definitely recommend using some level of noise reduction if you are using this thing wirelessly. I think it is so cool that this is wireless. Look at this. Wowee. Ah, God, I love Maono. What are they doing over there? I have never said this about any other USB condenser microphone on this channel, so this is a first. I recommend leaving it on the first lowest setting of noise reduction. I think this sounds pretty good. For the average beginner end user, this is an excellent starting place for your audio. I would recommend getting this thing off of the desk stand it comes with and onto your own boom arm as soon as possible. Almost all desk stands like it are going to pick up all kinds of noise from your desk, whereas if you have it on your own boom arm, it's not bad. It's way better than if you have this thing actually mounted to your desk, because you're going to get all kinds of like low-end rumble anytime you do anything on your desk. Next, I want to go over the app. Maono does have a proprietary app called Maono Link. Usually I would complain about this to no end, but it actually has some pretty good features. So first of all, it has a built-in recorder. That's awesome. So you don't really have to deal with things like Audacity if you don't want to. Within the recorder, you can adjust the microphone gain, your headphone volume, you can toggle noise reduction on and off, and also change the level of noise reduction as well. I'm going to set it to moderate and probably leave it there for the rest of the video. If you go over to the scene tab, this is where things get really interesting. So they have an actual built-in EQ for this mic. This is with no EQ, just completely flat. If you click on gaming, this is what you sound like. I'm just going to skip this one because it's not that good, but here, this is the live preset. Now, I actually would recommend using this preset if you have this mic. This is a pretty good EQ preset. In fact, it's very, very close to the one that I use myself for my own personal microphones that I use. This is not bad at all. And then there's also a reverb toggle, which, you know, I mean, it's whatever. This is fine. there's a niche. You can also adjust the lighting within the app.
And now we're gonna get to the AI voice changer. This is insane. I swear to God, I'm not doing an accent. It is coming from the app. This is not racist.
Cool, I'm a legally safe knockoff of a Nickelodeon character. I'm so sorry. Now you can make SpongeBob say vile shit like, Maono, you know you brought this on yourself. You know I can't help myself. I have problems.
It comes with a pretty nice variety of different voices just out of the box. These are just the default ones that Maono has launched alongside this mic.
There is a button called My Voice Store, which does nothing if you click on it, so I would assume they're probably going to eventually launch a bunch of premium voices that aren't as glitchy or robotic sounding.
Man, VTubers are gonna love this. You'll never know.
Now, the way this works is kind of roundabout. So within the app, you will select the voice you want, but you can't actually record it in the app. You will have to use Audacity or any other recorder or DAW out there. You will want to select the AI microphone as your input device, not the DGM40. You want to switch it to the AI microphone. Basically, the app is creating a virtual input using the voice changer. Now, make sure that you do not try to monitor this audio live. There is crazy latency if you try to do that. It's like a full 1 to 2 second delay. You're gonna have to just trust the voice changer to do its thing without monitoring it live.
I know, as controversial as this is going to be, this is the future, and it's only going to keep getting better. This is just their first initial release of this feature. This is only going to continue getting better. The sound quality is going to improve, and the voice is going to sound much more natural. What I find really interesting about this feature is the fact that this actually solves one of the big problems that I personally have had with 11 Labs and stuff like that.
11 Labs lacks soul. It lacks emotion. You can't get the emotion that you can get from an actual voice actor. But now,
this is gonna allow a lot more range for voice actors to cover more characters on these small budgets.
And as many people are going to freak out about this, this is the future.
Maono, I know you're watching. Make sound quality for the AI voices a priority. Focus on that first and get them sounding as good as this. And then you should focus on making them sound more natural. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know of that many other microphones quite like this one. We are sort of on the precipice of something very interesting in terms of sort of amateur voice acting and narration work. This kind of thing becoming sort of widespread, publicly available this is gonna fuck everyone's up. And I'm actually really excited to see what happens. This is great. Maono has always made good gear. I'm really excited to see how they improve this and where this goes. This is awesome. Maono, you guys are crazy. This type of thing is gonna be really cool here in like 2 years. If you want to pick this up for yourself, I have an affiliate link in the description because rent's due, or you can check out my other videos if this is not the one you want. I also post my original music to this channel and a bunch of other random stuff too, so like, subscribe, and comment, and see ya.